Here's something else. Who else out there gets the Sunday Scaries every weekend? I'm raising both hands for me and my kid. He gets it too. It's that feeling of dreading Monday, you know, that Monday's right around the corner, another whole work week, another whole school week. Well, in honor of the spookiest day of the year, Friday the 13th, Dr. Andrea Bonior is here with us this morning to help us figure out how to stop being afraid of our Sundays. It's good to see you.
Yes, it's good to be here. Thank you.
So, you know, I think we should start with this. Just because you kind of get these, and I never called them the Sunday Scaries. We just kind of called them the Sunday Blues, right?
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean you don't like your job or you don't like school, but it's just, I don't know, it's a real feeling.
It really is, and I think people are talking about it more, and having this name is something that maybe, again, we didn't have before. I work with a lot of people who do like their jobs, but really struggle with anxiety as the weekend is coming to a close. So I think part of it is just this transition into the change of pace. And honestly, I think as people are going back to work in the office locations more, it's starting to creep up too, because maybe they got used to not having Monday be this definitive change that was so different than the weekend, because they could still wear their sweatpants and everything.
Right.
And
That's
now
true.
it's a big deal. I've got a long commute, there's traffic, and it feels different.
You know, for me, it's one of those things where I can do what I need to do to kind of get through the week. And then when I get to the end of the week, I'm like, oh, I made it. But then on Sunday night, I'm like, and now I have to gear up all over again to kind of gut through.
Exactly. And that's the problem. And I think a lot of our weekends are so packed, especially if you're raising kids, you have caregiving responsibilities, that a lot of people are leaving the weekends not at all refreshed. And that's an additional problem. Everybody knows they should get more rest, but I think when your weekend feels like a different type of work in terms of the breakneck pace, then we're going to get the Sunday Scaries even more, because we have not filled our tank and we don't feel like we've actually been able to replenish what we need.
That's such a good point, because I have often made the joke, I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to go back to work to get rested, because my weekend, you know, was just so chock full of stuff. So how do we come up with a game plan to really combat this?
Yeah, I think there's a couple of key things. First of all, as you wrap up the week, do some preventative work. So you would be surprised how even if you just take 10 or 15 minutes at the end of a Friday, if that's the end of your work week typically, to schedule in your mind, what am I going to do first thing Monday morning? What needs to be attended to? What are my priorities? How am I going to organize when I come back on Monday? Because a lot of times the Sunday Scaries feels like, oh, there's a lot of stuff that I have to do tomorrow and I'm not really sure where to begin, and I don't know what I'm doing, and there's all this overwhelming stuff. So try to wrap up the week more clearly. And then also you can maybe take a little bit of time on Sunday night, if it helps, to say, okay, let me just make my priorities my schedule again tomorrow, just to give yourself a little bit of a more clear-cut thing and create a buffer. So Monday, don't have it so that you have a million hardcore meetings first thing on Monday, if you can help it. Say, you know, Monday first thing in the morning, you have a half hour to sort of catch up, schedule your week, and ease in.
You know, as I'm listening to you talk here, what I was kind of thinking is that it's kind of analogous to like picking your outfit out the night before.
Yes.
Right? You know, it's all plans, and then you get up the next morning, it's not so daunting. Real quickly, in our last 30 seconds, how important, though, also is just like a Sunday night ritual?
Absolutely, to treat yourself so that you have something to look forward to. That can really help, even if it's just something simple. I'm going to watch my favorite show, I'm going to do a crossword, I'm going to do something hot bath that feels like something to look forward to. That can take the edge off of the anxiety, because now you've got a treat that's waiting for you.
All really great tips. Thank you. That's why we bring you in, Dr. Bonior. Thank you. And there's everything you need to know about Dr. Andrea Bonior. Definitely follow her on social. She's got lots of good advice when it comes to just managing life, which we all need help in doing. Jeanette?